to even see your face.
Stop.
Don't even touch me. Go touch your ex-boyfriend.
Well, I want to talk to you.
What do you want to talk
I only
about?
brought him for support.
What type of support? What the support you talking about?
Oh, damn. I guess the secret's out then. As we all expected, Sunny is not happy, and you can totally understand why. But what I wasn't expecting is how badly Veah is handling everything, especially considering she's the one in the wrong. So, is there any chance at all that they'll be able to get past this?
But I don't know. I totally don't know anything right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like numb right now. Because she broke my heart.
No one in their right mind blames you for that, Sunny. What your girlfriend has done is incredibly sneaky. It's humiliating. You can understand why it's killed the trust. But before we dive into that, let's rewind to the start. So we join the pair, waking up on their first morning together in Durban after what was quite an awkward first night.
Last night, we didn't have any sex, but he woke me up and he was being really cute, like hugging me and kissing me. I think he was trying to get some little action going on.
These two have a lot to learn about each other in every aspect of life, from the bedroom right through to the secrets that they keep. Now, there's just no denying it, right? It's still very early days, but the chemistry that they had online hasn't yet translated into real life. But that's not to say that Sunny isn't trying his best. You see, in a bid to make Veah happy, he heads off to get her a morning tea. But what does Veah do? Well, no sooner does Sunny step out of the hotel room than she picks up her phone and sneakily calls her ex, Rory.
It was just being so sweet. So now I just feel really bad and really guilty for not telling him about you.
Right.
I'm just really scared to tell him and really nervous to tell him.
Sorry, but I have zero sympathy for Veah. There's no excuse for what she's done. Look, if she absolutely needs Rory's support, if she needs him physically there next to her in South Africa, then fine. It's insane, but fine, I can accept it. But what I can't accept is the sheer lack of respect towards Sunny. It's a lack of respect not to tell him that Rory's there. If there's nothing to hide, then the only reason not to tell him is her own cowardice. And it's telling that even Rory, who's a part of this mess, thinks that what Veah's doing is out of order.
You gotta look at it from his perspective, though. You kind of are hiding stuff from him. So he's gonna feel disrespected in some way.
Sunny's gonna feel disrespected because he is being disrespected. But the wildest part of this is it's at this point that Veah actually suggests not telling Sunny at all.
I don't know, maybe I shouldn't tell him.
I just feel so guilty, so scared to tell him about you, she tells Rory. But it's too late for that now, Veah. Even Rory tells her that that's a terrible idea. Now, after hurriedly ending the call, Sunny returns to their hotel room with teas in hand. But as it turns out, he's actually got a fun romantic day planned for them both.
I want to make sure I can bring her a smile, I can make her happy. So I'm trying to be the Mr. Perfect man.
I can hold your hand.
Sunny is on his best behaviour to try and romance Veah, but he's also acting like a schoolboy. He giggles, he's shy as he holds her hand. Now, remember, he has told us that he's very inexperienced with relationships. But more than that, I also think there's a large part of this that's caused by Sunny slowing down the pace a little. He's perhaps thinking that last night when he asked to join her in the shower was too much too soon. So today he's making more of an effort to make sure Veah is comfortable at all times. Now, after a bit of sightseeing, the pair eventually arrive at a lake where Sunny has arranged a romantic gondola trip. And it's while on the gondola that the pair begin opening up about how they feel.
And I feel totally weird to do stuff because I don't know if you're comfortable with me. So tell me how you're feeling. Are you comfortable? You happy?
Yeah.
That, Veah, would have been the perfect opportunity to finally come clean. After all the effort that Sunny has been putting into this, from the black roses to the romantic gondola trips, the very least that you could do for him is to give him some honesty. But of course she doesn't, and the longer she hides this from him, the harder it's going to become, the worse it's going to become when he eventually finds out. And it really doesn't help matters that they share their first kiss and Sunny already seems to have fallen head over heels for her.
Close your eyes. Let me...
There, I closed my eyes so I didn't make you nervous. Here, I'll give you another kiss.
Okay.
As Sunny tells Veah how grateful he is for her for making the trip to South Africa to see him, Veah asks him if there's anything that would make him change his mind about her. To which poor naive Sunny says, "No, never. Nothing would ever make me change my mind about you." But, of course, while this should come as a sense of reassurance to Veah, she falls short of actually telling him the truth. But her question has raised some suspicion. "Why are you asking me this?" says Sunny.
Can you send me something?
No, this is really cute.
Again, Veah, that was another perfect opportunity for you to come clean. Who knows, things may have even been salvageable if you just had the guts to own up to what you'd done. But again, she doesn't. She claims that she doesn't want to ruin the moment, as if somehow now, all of a sudden, she's taking Sunny's feelings into account. Yeah, we all know the truth. We all know that she's keeping quiet for her own sake. And when we next join them, it's all about to blow up in her face. You see, while it wasn't caught on camera, we learn that Sunny has found out about Rory in the worst way possible.
You playing with me?
I'm not.
What the Veah? You bring your ex here in
Sunny.
Devon. You out of your mind.
In an instant, Sunny's Mr. Perfect persona has completely vanished. But you can understand why, right? He's flabbergasted at what he's just discovered. You see, he's just seen on Veah's phone a photo of her and her ex taken yesterday on the plane journey to South Africa. And while all season long Veah has been warning us that Sunny has this crazy temper, in actual fact, considering the insanity of what she's done and how he discovered it, I'd argue his temper isn't actually all that bad. It's how most people would react if they were in his shoes.
I don't want to even see your face.
Stop.
Don't even touch me. Go touch your ex-boyfriend.
Well, I want to talk to you.
What do you want to talk
I only
about?
brought him for support.
What type of support? What the support you talking about?
Sure, Sunny swears, right? He walks off, but he's barely raising his voice. He's done nothing wrong in this scenario except to react to bad news. But on the other hand, Veah, right, the one who's to blame, she is the one raising her voice. Like, what right does she have to do that? What planet is she living on right now?
Because I didn't feel comfortable flying on the airplane alone
So
because
did
I'd
you
never
tell
been
me?
out of my country.
Did you
No,
tell
I
me?
didn't tell you because you were going to flip the out.
You are crazy because you're bringing your ex to see your new boyfriend.
Why is Veah screaming at Sunny? I think it says a lot about him that he's not reacting back to her with the same level of energy. If he were to begin shouting at her, this whole thing would descend into a mess. At least more of a mess than it already is. Now, as Veah begs Sunny to listen to her, she frantically tries to tell him that she was going to be honest about Rory. She was just looking for the right moment. It was gonna be tonight, she tries to claim. But the problem is, it's too late now. How on earth can Sunny believe anything that's coming out of her mouth? And to be honest, the way that she's arguing her point just makes things even worse.
I would
Why
not
did you
come all
not
this
leave
way.
him there?
We both live in the U.S. I
Yeah.
could have been with him if I wanted.
Okay.
I haven't even been talking to him very much since we've been here.
This I'm not playing with you. Go back home. Just I'm done with you.
Veah, are you serious? I haven't even been talking to him that much since we've been here. Doesn't make things better. If anything, it makes things worse. It actually confirms that you have been talking to him while lying in bed next to Sunny. The more defensive that Veah gets, the bigger and bigger hole that she digs for herself, the more annoyed that Sunny seems to get.
I don't want to lose you. I want you.
Go yourself. I don't need you. Go back US.
Ouch. It's not nice, it's some harsh language. But frankly, what did Veah expect Sunny's response to be? Okay, like his swearing, it's not great. There's a lot better ways that he could express himself. But surely we've got to cut him some slack, right? The guy has just found out in the most dramatic, brutal way that the woman he loves has betrayed him. I don't have that much of a problem with how Sunny has reacted, to be honest. And in fact, if anything, the fact that he even offers her a lift back to the hotel says a lot about his morals and values.
I can't deal with this. Let me drop you because I'm not gonna leave you here. I'm not an ass like you. Okay,
I
it's
came
up
all
to
the
you.
way to
Whatever.
South Africa to see you. I'm not.
I will do for you whatever you need. Just I don't need you.
Now, keep in mind, this whole season, Veah has told us repeatedly that Sunny has a temper, a crazy temper. He's liable to lose his shit. That's why I need Rory for support, she's told us. But from everything that we've seen so far, I'd say that Sunny has actually been reacting well, or at least within reason for this whole situation. But it's interesting how Veah doesn't see it that way.
Sunny's like questioning me about who I'm texting, and then Sunny ends up just snatching my phone up out of my freaking hands and seeing a picture of me and Rory on the airplane.
Veah tells us that Sunny snatched her phone out of her hand. Now, the cameras didn't catch this, right? They weren't rolling at the time. So the question is this what Sunny's like behind closed doors? Or is Veah exaggerating things? Is she trying to make him out to be a villain in order to save face? The truth is, we don't know. We don't know the answer to that. But what we do know is, as they drive back to the hotel, Sunny tries to explain that he's not worried about Rory. What's hurt him is Veah's ability to lie so easily.
But there's no feelings there. That's what I want you to understand.
It's not about the
We don't
feelings.
have,
It's
Sunny,
none of the...
We don't.
No, I'm not going about the feelings. I'm coming to
Then why can't I just be friends with him?
No, Veah, no. This isn't about you being friends with your ex. This is about you lying. She's acting here like she hasn't done anything wrong. She's trying to turn this onto Sunny. He's the bad one. He's in the wrong for not allowing me to be friends with Rory, she wants to make out. Like, it's clear she doesn't understand fundamentally why what she's done is so bad. Look at her. She's not listening to Sunny when he talks, right? She just raises her voice and speaks over him. But did you notice how even after all of that, Sunny is still trying to be a gentleman? Look at him. He still kind of holds the door open for her.
That makes me to ask a lot of questions to myself, like what type of game she's playing, because how could she even hide Rory? How did she manage to do everything? That makes me to like, she can do more horrible things.
Look, Sunny has realised, right, that this isn't just one innocent little lie. Veah's been lying, she's been planning and plotting and scheming for months. To get Rory to come on this trip with her has taken months of planning. She's hidden that, she's been sneaky with Sunny about that for all this time. So it's no wonder that he now questions every fibre of her character. He can't trust her after what she's done to him. And when they arrive back at their hotel room, Sunny just packs his stuff. He wants to leave, but Veah stops him. She tries to force him into a conversation.
You lying and you don't accept that you're lying and you don't want to apologize, and that makes me to not trust you more.
I understand and accept what I did.
That's still not an apology, Veah. Did anyone hear I'm sorry? Because I sure as hell didn't, and neither did Sunny. The guy, he just laughs and walks away from her. Now, Veah claims that she wants to fight for this relationship. She wants to fix this. But that starts with an apology, Veah. You need to take accountability. How hard is that to understand?
How do I tell Sunny at this point that I wasn't just trying to lie to him, that I was going to tell him? that I brought Roy. There's no way. He just doesn't believe me. Like, I feel like he wants nothing to do with me.
Wow, Veah, who'd have thought it? It's almost as if there's consequences for your actions. You lied to your boyfriend, you did something you knew was gonna hurt him, and then he got upset. That is how life works. And I'm sorry to say this, but right now, it looks like your relationship is unsalvageable.
I don't find any reason to be here anymore because there's nothing left for me. I'm gonna go home.
This is too deep of a betrayal. This says too much about her character for Sunny to want to stick around. It may only be a day or so since they met in person, but Sunny has already seen all that he needs to. He already knows confidently that the real life Veah isn't the same as the online persona. He's ready to cut his losses. This relationship is too new, too fresh for him to be able to withstand a betrayal like that. But it still stings. It doesn't stop it from hurting his heart.
But I don't know. I totally don't know anything right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like numb right now because she broke my heart.
If the whole point of this trip was to figure out whether or not they were right for each other, well, it may not have taken long, but they now both have their answer. Sunny seems like he has too much self-respect to back down from this. I don't think he'll ever be able to forgive her. And frankly, despite all of these warnings that Sunny has a crazy temper, I don't think we've seen any evidence of that. I think he's acted like anyone in his shoes would.